Hello, sports fans. Welcome inside the Luke Urban Fieldhouse for girls volleyball this afternoon. Our first time back in the Fieldhouse here in the new school year, and we've got a good matchup for you as the battle on Ellsbury Street continues. This is the 2016 version. The Bishop Connolly Cougars, the Lady Cougars, coming across the street to Durfee to face the Lady Hilltoppers. In JV action just moments ago, the Hilltoppers took the match in 3 games. After losing the first game, the Durfee girls came back and won the next 2 to pull off the upset. Both of these varsity teams coming in with the same overall record. Durfee and Connolly both at 4-2. Of course, Connolly in the Mayflower League, they have a few more league matchups than Durfee does with the Big Three. They've already played 3 league games, the Cougars have. They're 3-0 in their league. For Durfee, they won't see a Big Three opponent until next week when they go to New Bedford. So they've yet to play any Big Three games. This will be another good tune-up for that. They're off to a good start. They've already surpassed, in fact, last year's win total. So you might be wondering, well, what's going so right for the girls this year? Captain Jenna Moniz, or co-captain Jenna Moniz, told me before the game when I was speaking to her and Coach Kelly Bullier now, formerly DeGagny. We congratulate Kelly. She got married over the summer. So Coach Bullier now and Captain Jenna Moniz spoke to me before the game, and they said that things are just really going well in general. Communication is up. The team is working well together. They've bonded as a team. They played summer ball, or summer league, if you will. And this is the 3rd year that this group of girls has done that over the summer. And they started doing that when they were sophomores. So now going to their senior year, a lot of these girls are very familiar with each other and had a good warm-up, if you will, in the off-season. So they came in very prepared to this game, or into this season, rather. Across the street at Bishop Connolly, it is second-year varsity head coach Sarah Pereira, a former Hilltopper, coaching the Cougars. Interesting to note, her sister Molly is a senior on Durfee. So 2 sisters squaring off, if you will, in this one as well. Sarah actually graduated with me in 2007 from Durfee. She said that for their team as well, girls have come a long way as the Cougars get to start off with the serve. She said her girls have come a long way, and it certainly helps. It's good progression. It helps that she's a second-year head coach, so a lot of the girls who were here last year now are used to her coaching style as well. There's always an adjustment period, and that was something that she really wanted to credit her girls with, is that they've really come a long way since they first met last year at, should I say, when Sarah first took over varsity last year. This is her 3rd year at Connolly overall, but 2nd year as varsity and her 10th year overall of coaching. So the short serve will give Connolly their first point of the match, and tied 1-1 early on here. Evan Massoud with you on Fred TV Channel 9. Our first look at girls volleyball here in the fall. And if the Lady Hilltoppers and Cougars even continue to play as well as they have to start the year, good chance that both of these teams could make the MIAA state tournament later this fall, which would actually be probably end of October, early November. That's going to go out. At the net for the Cougars was Megan Quigley and her teammate Jillian Chippendale, and they hit it just a little bit to the right, and it goes wide and out of play. So on the serve for the Hilltoppers, Gabrielle Strito, or Gabby as the team calls her, a sophomore. And the Hilltoppers will get to keep it. That was a good serve. Good crowd on hand as expected, with both schools just across the street from each other. Strito with another good serve. Cougars have to play it. Sent over the net. Good save there by Bethany Baker. Toppers send it back to the Cougars side. That was Quigley, and Quigley hits it long. Had a good look at it, but didn't get that downward angle. It traveled too far. So the Hilltoppers stay on the offensive, 5-1 now. And Streeto will get to serve again. Quigley plays it back to the Hilltoppers. And they're going to set up Barbara Cunha Silva. Couldn't put it away, though. Nice job by Cougars defender. That was Lindsay Rodricks in the libero jersey. That one falls in play as well. Of course, Streeto in the white jersey for Durfee. She's wearing the white libero. Hilltoppers in gray, a new color for Durfee. Typically black and red, but this season wearing new jerseys. They're gray jerseys with red numbers. Cougars in red jerseys with white numbers. Good dig there for the Cougars, but it goes out of play again. I believe that was Haley O'Brien that time digging out the serve, but it goes wide to the left of her. So Cougars on a Hilltoppers rather on a bit of a run, 7-1 now. It's a 6-0 run for Durfee. That might have been going out, but Rodricks played it and not able to do anything with it was O'Brien. Makes it 8-1. And now a timeout called by the Cougars coach, Sarah Pereira. Not surprised, especially when you get into a bit of a funk and the other team starts to go on a run like they have. So a 7-0 run for Durfee after giving up their first point of the game to the Cougars. It's 8-1. Captains for both sides. I mentioned senior captain number 3 for the Hilltoppers is Jenna Moniz, as well as number 14, Rafaela Ramos. For the Cougars, they have 3 captains. Senior Alexa Nowicki, Jada Alves, that's number 3 and number 16, respectively, and junior number 21, Megan Quigley. You've heard me mention her name already. Another good serve for Streeto. She's feeling it early. Sent across the net by Jada Alves. Back to the Cougar side it goes. Alves will try to put it away. She cannot. Here's the set for Cunha Silva. Played back by Rodricks. Dug out there. Saved by O'Brien, but the Cougars can't do anything with it. Durfee continues to dominate here in the early goings of game 1. Streeto with another good serve. That was a stronger serve, a lot behind that one. Third touch, Cougars have to put it up. What a dig there by Rafaela Ramos. Going down to get it. Setting up Cunha Silva off the hands of Quigley. Durfee with the point. 9 straight points for the Hilltoppers. It's 10-1. Streeto with the serve. Gonna try to find, oh, nice play there. That was a Nowicki at the net. Oh, my bad. That was Chippendale at the net, actually. Nowicki was there too. She was playing back. And the Cougars get a much needed point. They break up that run. After a 9-0 run for the Hilltoppers, the Cougars finally get themselves their second point. Make it 10-2. And serving will be Chippendale. Jillian Chippendale. Jillian Chippendale, my apologies. And the Cougars now giving possession back to Durfee after the Hilltoppers get the point. It's 11-2. That's going to be short. Off the fingertips, Bethany Baker trying to get it to the net. Didn't get a good look at it on the serve. And coming into the game now is Madison Squizero taking over for Haley O'Brien. Nice tip over the net by Cuyendo. Cuyendo, rather. Adelise Oquendo with a good play there. Durfee ends up getting the point after that sequence. And Barbara Cunha Silva will continue to serve on that far right side of the court. A line drive, too much to handle for Nowicki. Goes to the net, the screen behind. (13 to 3). Ooh, that was borderline, but it goes out of play. That's the Cougars' 4th point. Mila Pachizna on the serve. That might have gone long, but it was played by Strito. Trying to put it away was Ramos. That's coming towards the line. Nice play there by Nicole Squizero. That's going wide again. Nicole gets on it, but it's going to fall out of play. Gives the Hilltoppers the ball back. Strito coming out, swapping positions with Jimmy Espino Perez. That goes out of play. Trying to find that corner. And it will be Jada Alves now serving for the Cougars. Strito back in for the Hilltoppers. Sydney Resendiz also in for the Hilltoppers, number 7, playing up front now. And Adelise Oquendo on the serve now for the Hilltoppers. Good serve. Rodrigues plays it. Sending it over the net. I believe that was O'Brien. It was. And she's going to have to do it again. Had a good shot at a point. Resendi's going to look to put it away off the fingertips. Cougars still alive. They got to send it over on the 3rd touch. We'll do it again. Baker. This time to Ramos, and she airmails that one a little long. Had good power behind it, but again, couldn't get that downward action on it. Sails to the backstop there. The retractable screen that is normally not there when we have our basketball games here, but with the balls flying around like they do here in volleyball, we put the screens down to keep them in the area of play so that we don't have to have people chasing down the balls all the time. Cougars get another point out of it, so Nowicki will continue to serve left to right. Ramos is going to send it over. Nice dig there for the Hilltoppers. Cougars with it now, set to try to get a point and keep this going. That was Oquendo for the Hilltoppers that had that dig out. O'Brien sending it over. Ramos going to try to put it away off the top of the net. Resendiz stays with it. It's going to come back to Durfee. Resendiz again, and it's going to be long. Oh, lots happening there. And the Cougars on a quick 3-0 run here, trying to crawl back into game 1 after getting down by a large margin to open things up here. Baker sends it back, so Oquendo has to fire from behind that front line. Ramos sends it skyward. She gets set right into the net, can't get it over. That was Cunha Silva on the set. A sophomore is number 11 there, Barbara Cunha Silva.
Here we go, Durfee, come on.
The Cougars make it 15-9. Baker setting up Resendiz. Resendiz sends it long over the head of Rodrigues. And a timeout now called by Coach Kelly Bullier. After her team allows 5 straight points. This is a best-of-5 match here in varsity, and the two teams, whoever gets to 25 points in each game will win that game. But you got to win by 2. So if there's an instance where it's say 24-24, got to win by 2. So you'd actually have to get to 26 points. You'd have to score 2 in a row, get 2 points in a row to make it 26-24 to win that game, and so on and so forth. It's kind of like in tennis where if you're tied at 40 all, deuce, you got to get 2 straight points to win that set or win that game, and so on and so forth. So on the serve again, the Cougars, Nowicki sending it over. Good strong hit there from the back again. That's trouble. Rodrigues can't handle it as it went back. She had to backtrack on it and could not turn it around. So Durfee will get to serve again, and it'll be Ramos doing the honors. Moving up to the front line there is Cunha Silva with Baker and Resendiz. And that's too much to handle. Quigley lets it go by off the wrists to the back. Another good serve. Oh, good dig there by Rodrigues. Sent it right back to Durfee's side. Ramos using the fingertips to float it back over the net on that third touch. Strito to Baker, who wants it. Cunha Silva wants it. Cougars try to keep it in, and it goes out of play. 18-10 now. Hilltoppers with the advantage. That's an ace. Caught the Cougars napping there. Good strong serve. Ramos looking for more. 19-10. That's going to go into the net. She really that ball just dies. She gets really good action on it. Once it gets over that net, usually it just falls. Doesn't float. She gets a lot of power behind her. That time, short of the net. And Rodrigues will get to serve now for the Cougars. Baker looking for Resendiz on the far side, and Resendiz puts it into the net. Ball fell a little too quick. Timed it just a little late. So Rodrigues will get to serve again. That's into the net. And Strito heading back to serve now. Her second time setting the pace, if you will. Into the game for Durfee is Gemily Espino Perez as well. Oh, that's going back. Rodrigues has to dig it out. Cougars, nice recovery there. Nowicki gets it over. Good, strong kill there for Cunha Silva. It's a 9-point game again. 21-12 Durfee here in game 1. Ooh, that might have been going long, but Rodrigues decides to play it just to be safe. Baker's going to set up That was Espinino. Perez puts it down. Right on the line. 10-point game. Streeto will continue to serve. Tough play right along the net there for Jada Alves. That's out of play. Durfee with the point. Actually, it was a violation at the net there by Nowicki, so the whistle was actually blown before it went over. So that's what gave the Hilltoppers a point there. Streeto and the Hilltoppers 2 points away from wrapping up a very dominating game one. Nowicki setting up. That was Alves again. Doesn't make it over. And we have game point here in game one. It's 24-12. Streeto looking to put it away. There is Nowicki looking for Alves. Alves with a strong hit from the net. Ramos going to put it over. Ramos with the positioning there. Hitting across her body to the corner. Hilltoppers take game one, 25-12 in this best-of-5 match. So we get a 60-second timeout, basically, between each game. Teams will switch sides. Actually, they already have. So now Durfee will be on your left. Connolly will be on your right. And actually, it's a 3-minute break here in between halves. So stick around here on Fred TV. Game 2 coming up. Hilltoppers and Cougars back out on the court, about to start Game 2 of this best-of-5 match. Evan Mastered with you on Fred TV Channel 9. It's girls volleyball from the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. The Bishop Connolly Lady Cougars visiting the Durfee Lady Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers looking for the clean sweep today. JV won their match in 3 games, and the varsity team, if you're just tuning in, just wrapped up Game 1 by a convincing 25-12 final score. And again, best of 5, so you got to win 3. So the Lady Hilltoppers looking to keep it going. It really looking strong in that first game. In fact, they went on a 9-0 run at one point early on. They had a 10-1 lead at one point. So things going very well for Durfee. They'll get to start with the ball. And it's Barbara Cunha Silva doing the honors to serve it away. And very quickly, the Hilltoppers getting on the board. I believe that was Baker pushing it across. Instead of setting up one of her teammates, that time had an open look at it. Actually, Baker's playing back, so I apologize. That may not have been Baker. It might have been Ramos at the front as well. You can see on your angle at home, we have our official on the stand. Actually, there you go. It was Espinino Perez, number 6. Gemini Espinino Perez. So we credit her with the point there to start this second game. Now it's 2-0 Durfee. But you can see, again, the official on her stand there right at the net. So tough to see that little blind spot just in front of her. But Durfee off to the fast start here in Game 2. That's a great serve again for Cunha Silva. That's skimming the top of the net, and the Cougars can't do anything with it. One thing that Coach Pereira for the Cougars said she'd like to see the team work on is especially the offensive decisions, especially the setters, recognizing where the rest of the girls are when they set it up so that they can get it to them. What a block at the net. Wow. Raposa and Nowicki at the net there for the Cougars. Unfortunately, it went out of play, and it was untouched after the block, so they don't get any points out of it. But it was a great block at that. And that's going to be another point for the Hilltoppers. 6-0. But these offensive decisions are probably one of the few things that Coach Pereira said she really would like the team to work on. This is Connolly, of course. And unfortunately, though, for them, they really haven't had a chance to do that because Durfee's controlled the pace of this match. Another ace coming for Durfee, and it's 7-0. The Cougars have had limited opportunities on offense. They've mostly been defending the ball because Durfee has really been dominant in the early goings. Hilltoppers have 7 seniors. That one was long, so the sophomore, Cunha Silva, will send it too long and give the Cougars their first point. But yes, 7 seniors on this team for the Hilltoppers. And actually 7 seniors for the Cougars as well. And that point will go to the Cougars as well. A foul at the net there. So it should be 7-2. It is. There we go. Alexa Nowicki, one of the 3 captains for the Cougars, serving it away. That's just inside. Cougars can't get there. Hilltoppers will take over with another point. Serving for the Hilltoppers, Jenna Mona's number 3, one of the 2 captains for the Hilltoppers. Good serve. Gonna set up Haley O'Brien. Good defense here for Durfee. They'll keep it 9-2. Rodrigues. Sydney Resendiz reaching over the net to drop it right on the court. Cougars could not do anything with it. That was Haley O'Brien right there, as well as Katrina Raposa. O'Brien trying to get some points. Moniz sent it up. She'll have to play it back. No, Bethany Baker plays it back, and the Cougars will get it back. Goes long and outside. So it's 10-3 now. Good serve from Rodrigues. Got to serve twice in game 1. And violation of the net again. That's going to go right into the net. Molly Pereira in there for Durfee. Couldn't get the serve over the net. And it will be Haley O'Brien now serving for the Cougars. Ramos with a good, strong hit at the net there, but that goes out. Cougars were able to play it before sending it wide. Well, that was a good dig on the Cougars side. O'Brien going down to get it, but she didn't get it high enough, and none of her teammates were there. So Durfee will keep it. Ramos will continue to serve. Should be 13-4. It'll be 13-5 now after the miss on that serve. Megan Quigley, another captain for the Cougars, will do the honors. Madison Squizero switching out, subbing out for Haley O'Brien. So she's into the game now. Baker setting up Resendiz. Oh, reaching over was, I believe that was Jillian Chippendale at the net, reaching over, and she was able to get the point for the Cougars. Quigley will continue to serve. Good strong serve, but it goes wide to the right, out along the benches there. And it's 14-6. Durfee will go on the offensive with Gabby Strito doing the serving. Off the fingertips, and it's just short, hitting the net. We saw her serve a lot in that first game. Has a very good serve. That one, though, just mistimed it by about a split second. Mila Pachizna will serve now for the Cougars as the Connolly girls get it back. That's a good serve for her. Ramos digging it out. Baker trying to set up Cunha Silva, and Pachizna can't handle it on that return. It's another point for Cunha Silva and the Hilltoppers. And Bethany Baker will serve now for Durfee. Rodrigues coming in, and Raposa can't handle it. Baker quick to get set and serve again. Another point for the Hilltoppers. That time it was Nicole Squizero for the Cougars. Not able to play it. It was 16-8 on the scoreboard. Now it's a 17-7. So a 10-point lead for Durfee. Good dig by Rodrigues. Oh, and the return. Cunha Silva sticking with it. A spike with some emphasis. 18-7 Durfee in game 2. Baker with another serve, a high arcing serve at that. Tipped right at the net. Espino Perez. And it's a 12-point lead here in game 2 for Durfee. Here's the serve from Baker. Another good one. Doesn't get a lot of power behind it, but very effective though. Cunha Silva has to send it over on the third touch. Oh, they play it back, and good save by Nowicki. And a double touch. Raposa touched it twice. Nowicki saved them there for a moment. Nicole Squizero sending it over now. That was Molly Pereira. And Espino Perez hits it into the net. So the Cougars get their 8th point, but it is now 20-8 Durfee. Connolly has some work to do. Jada Alves will serve. The 3rd captain on this Cougars team. Molly Pereira with a good hit at the net, and the Cougars can't send it back. Durfee will take over 21-8. And it will be Barbara Cunha Silva on the serve. Good strong serve, and that's in right on the line. The Lady Cougars gave up on it. I thought it was going to go long too, and it just took a dive. 22-8. The Hilltopper sophomore getting ready to serve again. Just clearing the net. Roderick digs it out, but it'll go towards the scoreboard and the scorer's table, I should say. Durfee looking really good here in this match. That's another ace. And we got ourselves a game point with a 24-8 score here in game 2. The Hilltoppers trying to go up 2-0. Here's the serve. It's a good one. And it's going to fall. Nicole Squizero could not play it. She waited for it to come down. When it did, it was too late. 25-8. Durfee takes game 2. Thought game 1 was dominating. Game 2, even more so. And the Hilltoppers in a position to sweep the Cougars in this best-of-5 match. Game 3 coming up. Stick around on Fred TV. Girls volleyball here on Fred TV Channel 9. It's Game 3 of the Best of 5 series here. Best of 5 match, if you will, between the home team, Durfee Lady Hilltoppers, and the visiting Bishop Connolly Lady Cougars. Evan Massoud with you here on Channel 9 for what has really been a dominating match so far for Durfee. They took the first two. Game 1 by a score of 25-12. Game 2, 25-8, just moments ago. And they are in position for a 3-game sweep in this best of 5 match. It'll be the Cougars starting, and Alexa Nowicki on the serve. Baker will set up Molly Pereira, and she gets things started the right way. Durfee with a point. They've started each of these 3 games with that 1-0 lead. Good strong serve. Third touch. Quigley can't send it over. That was Barbara Cunha Silva. We saw her serving to end Game 2 and now starting the serving here in Game 3. 2-zip Durfee. Another good serve. Quigley can't play it cleanly. Having to dig it out was Jada Alves Rodrigues. Lindsay Rodrigues can't send it back. 3-0. Quigley will send it to Nowicki. Nowicki airmails it. Just a couple feet long there. And the Hilltoppers continue to control this game, this match. It's 4-0 here in Game 3. Quigley to Nowicki, same setup here. Streeto to Baker, to the far side to Molly Pereira. Sending it over, that might have been going out, but Streeto plays it. Espino Perez sending it over. That is out. Oh, wow, right on the line. I apologize. I thought that went out. The officials making the call. Cougars get on the board here in Game 3. It's 4-1. And we have that weird angle, that far side of the court, the lines. It's just a line. It's not the Hilltoppers emblem like you see bordering the actual basketball court. The volleyball court is in the middle of the basketball court, so it's smaller. That's going to fall in, and the Cougars make it 4-2. So in other words, tough to see that far side. The line for the boundaries actually goes through the 3-point arc on the basketball court, so it's a tough angle. That's going to fall too. A little miscommunication between Streeto and Ramos. And the Cougars on a 3-0 run. It's 4-3. Rodrigues will continue to serve. That's a good serve. Ramos will play it. Baker will send it back to Ramos. Ramos can't get it over the net. 4 aside. Another good serve from Rodrigues. Streeto digs it out. Ramos just has to send it over and reset on defense. She'll dig that out. Baker will set it. Ramos wants it back. Again, can't put it over the net. 5 straight points for the Cougars after they fell behind 4-0 in Game 3.
Here we go, Thomas. You're right there.
Ramos not feeling the
You're right there. Here we go, Thomas.
not feeling the spikes right now. Mistiming them. Espino Perez sent it over now. Durfee back on offense, and that's hit into the net. And a timeout coming for the Hilltoppers. No, I thought Coach Bollier would, but well, Kelly says no, we're going to keep it going here. 6-4 Connolly. Make it 7-4. Wow, what a what a difference a game makes. Cougars feeling it right now on a 7-0 run, the largest run of the match, their largest lead of the match, and now Durfee will get it back. It'll be Mariel Hanin doing the serving for Durfee. Sending it over was Jada Alves. She couldn't get a good look at it. Pereira sending it over. Back to Alves now for the Cougars. Baker sends it to Ramos. Ramos has to flip it over. And same thing for the Cougars. Chippendale sends it over now. Baker. That's going to actually go over. Couldn't set up Resendiz, and it falls in. Cougars will get it back. It's 8-5. Much more competitive game 3 here for the Lady Cougars. After really, if I'm being honest, a dismal first 2 games. Good to see the Lady Cougars trying to turn it around here in game 3 to avoid a sweep. Climb back into this match. That's going to fall in. Pereira will go on the serve. Trailing 8-6. That's a good, strong serve. Again, that one might have gone out too, but again, your natural instincts as a player is to go for the ball. And seen a number of those where it probably would have gone out, but the back row deciding to play it. Megan Quigley getting ready to serve. Tipped over the net. Baker with a violation there at the net, and it'll be Cougars ball. They will continue to serve here. It's 10-6. Another good serve. That one is long. That was out. That's a missed call right there by our officiating crew. That ball was out by about a foot. If you're watching at home, folks, take another look at that one. Hit the rewind button on your DVRs, because that was certainly out. Cougars catch a break. And it's 12-6. Cougars look like a different team here in game 3.
Dig it. Dig it, ladies. Here we go.
Just goes to show you how hard it is to sweep a team in any sport. That is out. My goodness. I'll tell you, I don't know what vantage point the officials have, but from my seat, that also looked like it went out.
That's a rough call. 2 in a row.
13-6. Really only the second miss, so these officials have been pretty good. That's going to go out. We're going to have a timeout coming. Coach Bullier wants timeout. But the Hilltoppers getting bitten by 2 rough calls by the officials. Both of those serves called for aces were definitely out. So 60 seconds on the timeout here. 14-6. Connolly leads Durfee here in game 3, but the Hilltoppers lead in the match 2-0. Trying to close out a sweep here in game 3, but they got to crawl back in this game if they're going to do so. They trail by 8 points, their largest deficit by far. To give you an indication, the Cougars didn't put up 14 points in either of the first 2 games. So they've really turned it around here in game 3. It'll be Megan Quigley continuing to serve for the Cougars. Ramos sends it back in. Baker has to send it over the net. Jada Alves with the soft hit. Resendiz trying to kill it. Cougars still alive. Backtracking on it was Oquendo. Now Resendiz. Oh, blocked at the net. Jillian Chippendale. Oh, they're giving the ball to Durfee, though. Hilltoppers will get the point. There's contact there at the net. So it's actually 14-7, and Durfee now will try to crawl back in on the offensive. It's Rafaela Ramos doing the serving. Really good serve. Lots behind that again. Baker is going to set up Cunha Silva. She tries to get the point, cannot. It'll be Durfee ball, double touch.
Okay, girls, one at a time. Here we go.
And that's into the net. So Ramos with a good first serve. The second serve a little short. 15-8. Connolly leads. And it'll be Mila Pachizna. Streeto able to get it back in. Cunha Silva sends it over the net. Jada Alves sends it right to Ramos, who sends it back. It's going to fall in. And it's an 8-point Cougars lead. Continuing to build on what has been a very successful third game. That's going to be into the net, just a little short. Streeto had a good first couple games of serving. Saw her a number of times, and another good serve there. Baker looking for Silva, Cunha Silva. Rodriguez has to send it over with the help of Nowicki. Almost, both of them almost touching that one. That's in the corner for a point. That was the Espino Perez. So 2 straight points for the Hilltoppers. Playing it back. Rodriguez has to send it over the net. It's still alive. Can Ramos get it over? No. Jada Alves will serve now for Connolly with the 17-10 lead. Baker with a quick flip over the net, and that's going to give the Hilltoppers their 11th. Nice job by Bethany Baker. Molly Pereira back in for Durfee as well. Baker served out game 2. And the lefty will continue her serving here. Now she moves up front to set up Espino Perez. Rodrigues can't play it. It's a 5-point game. It's as close as Durfee's been in quite a while here. And that is hit into the ground by O'Brien, just back into the game. Streeto can't play it, and the Cougars get the ball back. Durfee having trouble finding a rhythm here in this third game. 6 points is not that bad of a deficit, but can't seem to put it together in this third game. O'Brien has to send it over. I'm sorry, that was Pereira. Pereira sent it over. Quigley cannot do so. Durfee will get it back. That's Nowicki, and Quigley has to send it back. Ramos to Baker, back to Ramos, and another one into the net. Boy, Ramos is really struggling with the kills of late. She looked really good early on, but it seems like her timing's off just a little bit. So
come on, girl, side out, side out.
It'll be Rodrigues serving now for the Cougars. Pereira trying to dig it out. Espino Perez can't send it over the net. Rodrigues on the serve again. Ramos will play it. She's going to get another shot here. She's going to float it instead. Alves plays it. Nowicki will try to set up O'Brien. Baker will now try to set up Espino Perez, and that one into the net. And we have a timeout coming. Coach Bullier for the Hilltoppers. Not liking what she's seeing here in this third game. So right now, it looks like the Cougars are going to live to play a fourth game. They're up by 8. It's a 21-13 score here in game 3. And it ends up being a short meeting for the Hilltoppers, only using about 45 seconds. So Rodrigues will continue, pick up where she left off, with the Cougars leading 21-13. That's going out. Make it 22. Baker with the set, going to Pereira. Pereira over the net, and the Hilltoppers will get their 14th point. Down by 8 now. And they'll get to serve. It'll be Gemily Espino Perez on the serve. That's a good serve. Right on the line. Wow. Another close call. Another very close call. Haley O'Brien, the Cougar Junior, will look to serve out here. Game 3. Ramos got the timing right that time. Hilltoppers holding on right now by a thread. It's 23-15. And it'll be Audalise Oquiendo on the serve. Gonna play it off the heating ducts, if you will. That's gonna be long. Oh, still gonna play it though. Ramos can't send it over the net. I thought that was gonna fall out of play, but Barbara Cunha Silva decided to play it. And it is game point for the Cougars, the first one they've had all match long. 24-15. Quigley will try to close it out. Good serve. And it's out. 25-15, a dominating third game. The Cougars win it. They force game 4. They're still alive. Game 4 coming up here with the Cougars forcing this game 4 after being down 2-0 and in danger of being swept. Durfee won game 1, 25-12. Game 2, 25-8. The Cougars, though, won game 3, 25-15. Evan Massoud with you here on Fred TV for girls volleyball. Durfee and Bishop Connolly. First time the two teams squaring off this year, both with 4-2 records. Of course, different divisions, but identical records, and both teams off to good starts this season. Do want to make one correction on our roster. I had been saying number 9, Haley O'Brien, and it is actually Emily Fiola. So, Emily, I apologize. Our roster was incorrect. So, number 9 is Emily Fiola. Hilltoppers and Cougars looked like completely different teams in game 3. It was the Cougars really dominating, if you will, after Durfee dominated most of the match. So what will we see in game 4? That one is off the top of the net. It's still in play. Durfee keeps it alive. And Nowicki sends it over. Baker will try to set up Espino Perez, and Durfee gets the first point. They've started all 4 games with the 1-0 lead. How will game 4 pan out? Baker with the serve. That's going wide. No, kept in. Alves ranging over to do it. That one goes into the net. Just like that, it's 1-1. And it will be Nowicki on the serve. Cunha Silva with the kill, with some authority. If we go 5 games, it will be a 15-point 5th game. First team to 15. Here in game 4, we're still going to 25. But if the Cougars can pull off the unexpected and force a game 5, game 5 is abbreviated. It's only first to 15, I should say. That was Oquendo, but the Cougars handled it. That's a high arcing return. Cougars get it back again. Chippendale sending it over, and Espino Perez will try to do it again. Boy, both teams fighting for this point. Nowicki to Baker. Pereira with the set. Rodrigues in good placement again. Alves will send it over. Durfee's going to get it. Saying she lifted the ball. Held it too long. Gemily Espino Perez will serve with the Hilltoppers leading 3-2. And that's going to be short. Fiola with the serve. Pereira trying to put it away. Nowicki is able to keep it in. Alves will try to end it for the Cougars. No. That's long. That was Oquendo at the net. Trying to get the ball back for the Hilltoppers. Sent it too far. Long by maybe a good 4 or 5 feet, actually. So Fiola will continue to serve. Oquendo looking for redemption. And third touch here, so Alves sends it back. Baker will set up Resendiz. Nice dig by Rodrigues to keep it in. Alves trying to kill it, and she does. Good power behind that one, and it's the Cougars continuing to lead here in game 4. Oh, that goes back, and it's off the fingertips of Strito. 6-3 Cougars. Going on a bit of a run again are the Connolly girls. They've really caught fire after losing that second game. And that was out. So Durfee will get the point there. Molly Pereira on the serve. And the Cougars, a little miscommunication there. Something that Coach Pereira said to me earlier. This whole game is about communication. Yeah, a little bit of a breakdown there for the Cougars. We'll see what they can do here. Got to send it over, and they make something out of nothing. Jillian Chippendale had to just get it over the net, and the Hilltoppers could not do anything with it. 7-5, and they will take over. It's almost like the Hilltoppers were not expecting the Cougars to be able to return that one and send it back. Caught off guard. Megan Quigley will serve it. A little knuckleball, if you will. And that's an ace for Quigley. Very close again. Some borderline calls, I'll tell you. I don't know if, again, I don't know if it's just my angle, but to me, that looked like it was a little bit long. That one played. Resendiz. Good power. Sent back by Madison Squizero. They'll set up Resendiz again, looking for points. That time she gets it. I'll tell you, it is so strange seeing the Hilltoppers in gray, because Durfee's colors are black and red. So strange seeing them in gray. These are new uniforms. I mean, I like gray. I think it actually looks good, but it's just not what we're accustomed to seeing. That goes over the net. Nowicki and Chippendale cannot handle it. And Durfee with a chance to tie it up. And that serve goes into the net. Oquendo could not make it 2 for 2 on serves. So it's 9-7 after the miss. Cougars will hold on to their lead. And it's Pachizna will do the honors now. It's a good serve. That's an ace. Strito could not handle it. Just over the net. Really good serve there. Borderline. Almost missing. Getting the kill, though, was Cunha Silva. And it will be Strito on the serve again for Durfee. Done another full rotation here. The Cougars are going to get the point. Some confusion with the officials here. They called the Cougars for being the Hilltoppers for being out of position, but Coach Bullier quick to correct the official and say, no, got it wrong. We'll see what happens here, what the call will be. So it is a redo. The officials get it right. Cougars give the ball back to the Hilltoppers. It'll stay 10-8 with Durfee on offense. Strito will serve. It's a good serve, and it's an ace. Alves going down to the ground, cannot do it. Can't play it. Looking for a tie. Nowicki's going to send it back. Strito will play it. That was Cunha Silva tying it up. Streeto will continue to serve. 10-all here in game 4. Hilltoppers lead 2-1, looking to close out a win after giving up game 3. That's some power. That's another kill. Durfee back ahead now, 11-10. Rodrigues plays it. Might have been going long, but too late to find out. Nice job by Moniz to dig that out. And that goes into the net. Cunha Silva couldn't get it over. Jada Alves will serve for the Cougars. It's 11-11. Oh, miscommunication for the Hilltoppers. Cougars will pull back ahead. Streeto was there. Oquendo was there. Moniz was there, and everybody watched it fall. 12-11, Bishop Connolly. Streeto sends it straight up. And that's long. Alves will continue to serve. Good serve there again. And Streeto and Oquendo again getting tied up. That's coming back. Alves will play it. And a point going to Durfee. Double touch. Alves will have to send it over. Baker plays it. That was Pereira sending it over now. In the corner. Fiola with good placement there. Alexa Nowicki will serve. That's going to be short. Barbara Cunha Silva will serve. Good serve. Strong serve. Katrina Raposa was there at the net, sent it over. Cougars can't handle that, though. I believe that was Espino Perez for the Hilltoppers, getting their 14th point with a chance to tie again. It's 15-14. Cunha Silva will continue to serve. Another good serve, and that's going to fall. Too much to handle for Quigley. Hilltoppers have tied it at 15. Back and forth we go here in game 4. That is in for an ace. Rodrigues will play it. Nowicki with the set. Fiola trying to kill it. Cannot. Baker with the save. Quigley can't get it over. 17-15 Durfee. Cougars will get it back. 17 all. Roderick's on the serve. Nice dig there. Pereira. Espino Perez was there, so was Oquendo. Baker will set them up. That's long. And a timeout, Durfee. Now it is 17 all. I apologize. It was 17-16. And now after that, it is 17 all again. Tied up once again here in game 4. Cougars come out of the timeout. Few ticks early. And now the Hilltoppers with 10 seconds to spare in that 75-second timeout. Back out on the court. 17 all here in game 4. The Hilltoppers with a win would win the match. The Cougars with a win would force game 5. And it's the Cougars serving. Alquiendo sent it over. Fiola sending it back, and the Cougars pull ahead. Rodericks will continue to serve. Another good one. Streeto, Baker, and that was Espino Perez. Hilltoppers get it back. The error makes it 18-18. And it will be Espino Perez. Alves plays it high. Nowicki back to Alves. Alves will send it across to Cunha Silva. Resendiz looking for the kill. Rodriguez is there though. Back to Alves. That's going to fall in. They left that corner open. The Cougars get it back. Coach Bullier getting a little more animated on the side. She does not want this to go to 5 games, especially with the Hilltoppers having led 2-0. That's out. Durfee gets it back. Molly Pereira on the serve. And that's going to be to the right and short. Cougars will get it back with a lead. And it will be Quickly doing the honors. (2019), the Cougars up. Sent back. Nowicki will flip it over the net. Baker will set up Resendiz. Resendiz with some power behind it. Alves keeping it in. Nowicki sends it back. Good recovery by the Cougars. Baker will set up Resendiz again. Rodericks digs it out. Resendiz sends it back over. Who wants this point? Baker and Oquendo can't get it over the net. 21-19. The Cougars get another. Quigley will keep serving. Just over the net. Resendiz plays it. Goes to Alves on the other side. She'll get the set. from Nowicki, and it falls. Monas can't play it. Timeout, Durfee. Boy, the Cougars really have had all the momentum since losing game 2. Hilltoppers have looked better in game 4, but they did not look very good in game 3. And they're making the little mistakes that are costing them points. Yeah, the clapping, that's the Durfee student section trying to get the Hilltoppers motivated, if you will. Down by 3 points here in game 4 and in danger of losing a 2-0 lead and having to play a decisive 5th game. That was going long, but Roderick's played it. That should have been number 23 for the Cougars. Connolly gets it anyway. 23-19. Quigley will serve again for the Cougars. Streeto will play it. Monas to the other side. Oquiendo sends it over. It's out! Game point here in game 4. 24-19 the score. The Cougars 1 point away from forcing game 5. And that's going to be short. Hilltoppers will live for another point. (24-20), and it's Oquiendo on the serve. Had a tough go of it last time. She gets it over this time. Rodricks will play it. Nowicki. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Squizero playing it for Alves. Baker shoots it over. Good dig by Nowicki that time. Alves trying to put away game 4, and she can't. It's long, and it's 24-21. Oquiendo gets it over the net, and there's an ace. It's 24-22. That one just getting over. A low serve that time, but it did get over. Rodricks could not play it, and now Coach Pereira wants a timeout for the Cougars. That was a real quick timeout. Wow. Not even 30 seconds. So apparently Coach Pereira's message was short and sweet. Hilltoppers used a little more time, about 10 seconds worth. Oquiendo living on each serve here. A missed serve will give the match. I'm sorry, give the game. That is out! 25-22, the final in game 4. And the Lady Cougars have done what I don't think anybody expected them to do, and that is to force a 5th game after being down 2-0 and only managing a combined 20 points in both games 1 and 2. The Lady Cougars have forced a sudden death game 5. Can you believe this? Now, here in game 5, as I was told before the match began, is a 15-point game 5. You don't play to 25, you play to 15. We will not switch sides. Durfee will serve. My, oh my. What looked like it was going to be such a quick match here at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse. Bishop Connolly had other plans. Cougars are ready to play. You get 3 minutes in between each game. The Cougars are out on the court with 2:15 on the clock. They want to play. Lady Hilltoppers is still on the sidelines near the bench. Now the Cougars faithful with a chant going. Hilltoppers fans will try to answer. Friendly rivalry here, but this really has turned into quite the match. Hilltoppers using every second of this break in between game 4 and 5. 10 seconds left in that 3-minute timeout, and the Lady Hilltoppers and Coach Bullier using every second of this break, if you will, this timeout. Evan Massoud with you here at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse at Durfee High School. The Lady Hilltoppers hosting the Bishop Connolly Lady Cougars for girls volleyball. And if you're just joining us, boy, it's been quite the match. Durfee dominated games 1 and 2 in a position to sweep. They lost game 3 by 10 points. They lost game 4 moments ago by 3 points. And now having to play a deciding game 5, which I know the Hilltoppers did not want to have to do, especially since they were in position to sweep going into game 3. And the Hilltoppers were given the option to serve. They served, and it goes into the net. Cunha Silva could not get it over. Cougars get the first point. We played a 15 here in game 5. Nowicki getting it over that time. Hilltoppers have to go on the defensive, could not set up a point. And the Cougars are going to have to do the same thing. Streeto will play it. Baker with the set on the far side to Ramos for the point. It'll be Jenna Monas serving for Durfee. Quigley will play it. It goes straight up. Nowicki calling for it. Fiola will send it back to Durfee's side. Baker will play it. And reaching over, that was Molly Pereira, she gets the point. So Monas will keep serving. That one was close to going out on this far side. She'll try to center it a little more this time. Oh, that could be long. Rodrigues will play it anyway. Nowicki flips it over. Baker plays it. Looking for Resendiz, and what a block at the net by Raposa. Stays alive, though. Durfee will get it. That will go out. So 3-2. Cougars will rely on Lindsay Rodrigues to serve now. Looking to tie up 3-3. And the crowds come alive here too, because both teams want it. Both sides want it. Monas going down to the knees, can't dig it out. Been a great match. Ramos plays it. Baker sets up Ramos. Ramos puts it over. Rodrigues will play it. Nowicki will center it. Having to send it over was Chippendale. Streeto plays it on the other end. Resendiz will get the set. That was going long, but Alves played it. Now Alves has to send it over on the third touch. Streeto again to Baker. Looking for Resendiz. Resendiz off the hands, and the Cougars will get the point. 4-3 Cougars. Molly Pereira sends it over. Rodrigues again in good position in the back. Streeto, same spot. Back to Rodrigues. Nowicki will set up Alves. Alves from deep sends it over. Baker will set up Resendiz. Resendiz looking for the kill, and she'll get it this time. Not a lot behind it, but it was well placed. 4-4. Molly Pereira. Going to set up Alves. Alves will hit it right to Cunha Silva. Looking for Ramos on the other side. Rodrigues with a good save. Alves sending it back. Streeto trying to play it. Pereira will send it towards the net. Tipped over by Resendiz. And it's going to fall. Fiola couldn't get it. I think she expected Rodrigues to get it. Pereira short on the serve. 5-5. And now Fiola will serve. Oquiendo is in for Pereira on the Hilltoppers side. That is long. It's Durfee ball. And Ramos will serve now. 6-5 Durfee. It's a strong serve too. Nowicki will play it now. Alves sending it over. That was going long, but Streeto played it. Cunha Silva sends it over. Trying to set up Alves for the kill. Nice stop there by Oquiendo. Ramos sending it over. Hilltoppers trying to keep it up. And in play, and they get the point. Had to work for that one. Ramos serving again at 7-5. Oh, and that's short. Missed it just a bit. In for Fiola is Madison Squizaro. And Megan Quigley will serve. Cougars trail 7-6 in game 5. High floater, it's gonna fall into the hands of Ramos. She'll have to send it over and into the net it goes, tied at 7. Quigley ready to serve again, trying to put the Cougars back up by a point. Baker floating it to Cunha Silva. Into the net! And now we'll switch. Halfway through game 5, we switch sides. Hilltoppers thought there was a timeout. Thought they'd have a minute to huddle up, but they don't. Right back to the action. 8-7 Cougars, now serving left to right. It's Quigley. High serve. Streeto will play it. Cunha Silva couldn't get it over the net. She had all kinds of power behind it, just missed it. That's into the net and short. So it'll remain a 1-point game here. 9-8 Cougars after the miss. Hilltoppers will rely on Gabby Streeto to try to tie this up or take a lead. That's short. 10-8. You don't want to give either side a 2-point lead at any point because got to win by 2. 10-8.
Come on, Toppers, let's go. Dig in, girls. Come on.
Pachizna will serve. Ramos had to play it. Who wants it? Timeout, Durfee. Much needed. Boy, everything going right for the Cougars since losing game 2. And they have all the momentum. The Hilltoppers look like they're completely defeated right now. The fact that they even allowed this to get to the 5th game. Cougars not even using this timeout at all. They met for like 10 seconds. They're back out on the court ready. Well, look at the road ahead while we have a moment. For the Cougars, they will play Westport on their home court later this week, and then next Monday, the 26th, they will host Coyle and Cassidy. Meanwhile, the Hilltoppers will travel to Dartmouth on Friday for a 5 o'clock match, and then they will head to New Bedford next Wednesday, the 28th, for another evening match. They'll face off against the Lady Whalers for the first Big 3 match of the season. Hilltoppers break out of the timeout huddle. They trail 11-8 in game 5. You need 15 to win. And the Cougars will continue to serve. In command right now, Pachizna will serve it away with her team up by 3. Ramos will play it. Again, might have been long. Baker setting up Cunha. Silva, soft touch. Dug out by the Cougars. That was Alves on the far side. That's long. Cougars make it 12-8.
One at a time, girls. One at a time.
That's short. Back to a 3-point game. Durfee girls got to do some work now. They have control. Bethany Baker will serve. Soft serve, but right in the hands of Rodrigues. It was in. Alves looking to put that away. I'm sorry, that was Fiola. Cunha Silva. Nice dig out by Madison Squizero. Espinal Perez trying to get it over. Alves will keep it up. That is dug out by Bethany Baker and sent back to the Cougars. Alves trying to put it away. Ramos to her knees, keeps it up. Cunha Silva gets the point. Hard fought 10th point right there. That could have gone to either side. A great volley. These teams working hard right now. Baker will serve again. That's going to get over. Sent back. Ramos will play it. Baker will set up Cunha Silva. That's good for a point. 12-11, my goodness. Baker again to Rodrigues. Nowicki sends it back over to Durfee's side. Espinal Perez sends it right back. Nowicki will set up number 12. That was Raposa, can't get it over. We're tied at 12. Timeout Connolly. Unbelievable. Short timeout for the Cougars.
Come on, Toppers, let's go.
Durfee has tied it up.
Come on,
4 unanswered points. They have tied it 12-12. Baker will serve again. That's sent back. Alves has to play it back. Ramos will play it for Durfee. Baker will set up. Cunha Silva has a few kills. That's gonna fall. Hilltoppers lead. Baker again. Streeto to Baker, far side. Oquendo sent it over. Alves trying to get the point. Tied at 13. Oquendo couldn't get it over that time. Jada Alves will serve now for the Cougars. 13 aside. Short. Match point for the Hilltoppers, and they'll serve. And it will be Barbara Cunha Silva. We'll try to close it out. It's good! Unbelievable! What was almost an epic collapse turns into a comeback for the Lady Hilltoppers. My goodness. And the Durfee side here where we're sitting can breathe a sigh of relief. Everybody, you know, like clenching their chests, if you will. Heart stopped. Unbelievable. You see some of the students now getting on the court to congratulate the team. Boy, a hard-fought victory. Didn't make it easy. The Lady Hilltoppers, though, come back after being down 12-8 in Game 5 and giving up Games 3 and 4. They come back to win it in the 5th game with the 15-13 Game 5 score. They win it 3 games to 2. Folks, thanks for tuning in and sticking with us because this match turned out to be a lot longer than we anticipated after the second game ended. Durfee improves to 5-2. Cougars drop to 4-3. Our camera crew this afternoon, 2 Fred TV seniors, Keelan Dunn and Mira Saba. I'm Evan Massoud. Good night, everybody.